Yet again, the show between Chrisean Rock and BlueFace never appears to end. And to be straightforward, most fans are over them right now, particularly as to BlueFace. When the two finished things, we assumed we were at last continuing on and investing everything behind us. Yet this energy, the two of them, pronounced that they were finished with one another for good. We confided in them. Yet they kept on discussing each other, persuading fans to think that it was only the standard, worn-out design being rehashed, and that they would ultimately accommodate each day. When you pivot, you see that Crane and BlueFace are either battling or making up, beating the out of one another. Apparently, BlueFace Sean actually have unsettled matters, while certain fans accept that BlueFace actually harbors affections for Sean. And that is the reason he's acting this way. Others accept that it's essentially in light of the fact that they simply got into a harmful relationship it damages to see Shen really be okay without him and go on. I've previously pressed the house. He simply needs somebody to do it outside. I said oak. So it moved into this extravagant ass lodging, you could call it, that anyway who is truly paying me $30,000 per month to find these ways to be oak, to be protected, to be in my skin. So what happened was that Sean went live on Instagram. This is nothing strange for her. She typically does it to draw in with her fans. Yet this time individuals didn't understand that a male was with her in the live story. Much on the grounds that Shashin informed us that she was having some time off from dating following all that unfolded among her and BlueFace. So not a solitary one of us really thought about it anyway. BlueFace appeared to have a firm opinion enough about the whole circumstance to take to Twitter on numerous occasions, examining being fixated. How well. You're watching the superstar buzz in this video. We'll talk about how BlueFace went totally crazy in the wake of seeing Cron Rock with one more man on Instagram. Yet first ensure sure to stir things up around town button and offer the video a tremendous go-ahead for additional recordings like this one in that future Chrisean Rock and BlueFace have a disturbed past, despite the fact that apparently Shashin is over the show. Totally BlueFace is sticking to it. When the two initially begun dating, there were more terrible things in their relationship than dates, which ought to make sense of how poisonous their relationship was. From the start it appeared like they were contradictory, yet that they couldn't reside separated either until Shen, as of late, shut that BlueFace had mishandled her. By then she settled on the choice to officially say a final farewell to him. They even had a kid together, which he wouldn't recognize, guaranteeing he wasn't, despite the fact that we don't know whether it was his kid or not. Twist up and push and make an effort not to relinquish that enormous breath. You got it. Don't stress over it. Truth be told, that implies you're pushing hard, so loosen up. We miss that constriction. What we're attempting to convey here is that this couple was just a burden from the very beginning. Yet don't stress over that, since it's not necessary to focus on that. It's the child feeling in the middle between. In the event that you crap that implies you're pushing, don't push. Mama will tidy you up after they finish things and split up. The fans were parted. Some accept that Chan would get back with BlueFace, as they generally do. They contend, gloat around each other, battle openly, and afterward wind up reuniting. The other half accepted the specific inverse, declaring that there was no way KH would win BlueFace back, particularly considering all that he had as of late finished, and shared with her they were right in their evaluation that Chen had authoritatively shut that section of her life and had continued on significance. She held on to no craving to collaborate with BlueFace. She completely cut herself off from him. He seemed to be a schoolyard and had executioner eyes, as in you don't believe I will kick you in the stomach and leave you draining for quite a long time. He likewise took my telephone to ensure I wasn't recording, yet all that resembled oak. Quick version great. I attempted the explanation. BlueFace was so annoyed was that he could have done without that. She wasn't fixating on him unexpectedly, and that she was doing great in her life. And afterwards something happened that made him go totally crazy. When she got up, he resembled make another move toward the entryway. I'm imagining that was psychopathically unusual rails, And to be straightforward is the most entertaining thing in light of the fact that in spite of the way that the intensity on Twitter is going off, and Chan appears totally unfazed, it's as of now stuffed in the house, and has quite recently had somebody move it outside Yesu. Could call it an Airbnb who is truly paying $30,000 per month for it kindly offer this video with an enchanted companion with the SHA and BlueFace's dramatization. Before we spill all the beans on the actions I'm requiring to be yoke protected. And in my skin, let us let you know what went down. So you know how Shan Rock sporadically visits her Instagram. And in gag with her supporters, she chose to do it by and by. And it was all silly buffoonery with the main distinction being that she was in good company. In the live video, she was joined by a male companion. The two seemed, by all accounts, to be close. And it was empowering to see that she had colleagues with whom she could have a good time, particularly considering how she felt following her separation. By fans weren't excessively worried about it. Chan, as of late, expressed that she is content being a single parent and isn't hoping to date right now. She is zeroing in on her vocation and herself. And that is enough for her. Subsequently, we realize that there is nothing heartfelt happening among her and her companion. Yet that wasn't the way BlueFace saw things. Fans couldn't comprehend the reason why he was still so fixated on her subsequent to seeing her live video on Instagram. Besides the fact that he's sneaking for was her, yet he additionally posted about it on his virtual entertainment, which is some powerful fixation, wouldn't you say? Yet what precisely did he say all around? Let us let you know he took to Twitter and discussed it a ton, appearing unbothered, yet on the off chance that he was genuinely that at ease. He could not have possibly been examining it in the first spot. In quite a while, first tweet, he obscurely expressed that Khan didn't should be concerned, became hungrier, proposing that she was seeking after the principal man. She saw he additionally tweeted about Shashin referencing her, yet not naming her, and advising her to stop fiddling with arbitrary folks. We're not even certain who gave this man the position to discuss Scene's life decisions, conceded him a Twitter account. Yet after that he tweeted about how individuals would never change calling Shashin a hoe, and expressing that assuming somebody is unbridled like Shashin, nothing would change. This was all very unseemly. He additionally said various other odd things on Twitter. You are free to go tail him in the event that you so decide, yet as we as a whole know Shishin never pauses for a minute and takes slight well, she applauds back without fail. And she did so again. This time she tweeted about how he made a court-requested guarantee that he could at no point ever freely talk about her in the future. And thus accordingly he contended that none of his tweets talked about Chan gaslighting her. Yeah, we can all see that he is the person who is truly fixated on Sean in her life, regardless of whether she has since a long time ago continued on from him. When he said that something bizarre appeared to click in my brain, like Aya, when he attempted to ask me out, the cycle had proactively started and had previously created more than 200,000. So I said, I'm about to pass on, I will leave everything and not think back for genuine, which a few fans accepted. Then I understood that I was finished with you, and that I simply had to deal with isolating everything before I was asked out. That all he's doing is on the grounds that he actually feels something for her yet. We'll allow you to pursue that choice that is constantly we had for the present video. Do you think Shanrock will respond to BlueFace's remarks further? Do you think this is the start of their next project, monstrous battle online? How would you figure this entire situation will play out? Share your viewpoints and expectations with us in the remarks region underneath. Additionally, remember to stir things up around town button and offer this video a colossal go-ahead for additional recordings like this one later on. We'll see you in our impending video at the VIP Buzz, not surprisingly.